Hello, everybody. I know which is better, with or without. Let's go with that. Here we go. Day number 56 of the 65th year. Yesterday was a wet day. Got to go swimming for about, 3 minutes. Looked at the radar before we went out. Showed sporadic rain popping up here and there. Dissipates almost as quick as it comes about. We get in the pool, it starts thundering. Get out, about a half hour later, it stormed. So we had storms off and on all afternoon. Needless to say, ground's pretty saturated. I hope we don't get any of the tropical storms or hurricanes, because things will be flooded. Got a lot of tadpoles out in the driveway, waiting for them to get big enough. I think I'm going to take them fishing. Never tried tadpoles fishing, but I'm sure the brim would love them. Other places other than the South, they're bluegills, sunnies, whatever you want to call them. They're panfish. Great to fry and eat. I was thinking this morning, I don't know why, I just was thinking of, I had Sloppy Joe. I made Sloppy Joes last night. First time in a very long time. And had some crazy dreams about school, believe it or not. Maybe it's because my grandson's starting virtual school. That's why I'm on here early, so I can get on before he does. But memories, it just started bringing back memories. And I guess I spent my first 2 years of school at Nyman. Got a few memories from that, not much, but I remember meeting Donnie Ketchum, because I love to play baseball, and he was a year older than us, and as a second grader, nobody in second grade played baseball, so I would stand out there and just by the backstop and watch, and they needed another player, and Donnie said, "Let him play." The rest of them were going, "No, he's too little." But he let me play. I did all right. I do remember that. I remember being on them swing sets, and shit, it seemed like they were 20 feet high. They might have been. Then they'd start, I always want to push you higher and higher. And I remember screaming because I was afraid I was going to flip all the way over. When you're a fat kid, you worry about things like that. The other thing I remember is Catechism, and I believe it was Thursday mornings. Get off the bus or walk over to Cheryl Rice's house and have Catechism and come back to school. Second grade teacher was Mrs. Markham. She was, I don't know, she reminded me of the witch and woman and the grumpy neighbor that became a witch when the tornado came. And it always seemed to me like she was mad when we came in and interrupted the class coming back from Catechism. So then the next school I went to starting in third grade was Taft. That's when I remember the lunches. I remember chili, you always got a peanut butter sandwich with chili. It seemed like that was 2 or 3 times a month, the chili. My brother-in-law, till the day he died, I think when he had chili, he had to have a peanut butter sandwich. Uh, just those habits of school were hard to get rid of. Um, the other thing, stewed tomatoes. It seemed like we had that at least twice a week. Hated stewed tomatoes. I wasn't the only one. I think there was one kid that liked them, and everybody gave him stewed tomatoes. Um, Remember the bowls of white rice, creamy white rice, and then he'd have bowls of sugar on the table, and you'd put sugar on the white rice. And anything's good with sugar, so I remember those. Um, what else was there? Oh, the chicken legs. We had one kid at Taft, I don't remember his name. I think it was Larry something, that used to eat the chicken bones. And everybody, not everybody, but a lot of people would give him his chicken legs to watch him eat them. And teacher seen it one day and kind of scolded him on it and brought him to tears. And he never got to eat any more chicken legs. And then at Taft, our gym served us a lot of things. Gym was the cafeteria. One end of the cafeteria, they lifted up the window coverings door. I don't know what you'd call them. There's where they'd be back there cooking. See them big cans of government peanut butter. And I always wondered why the peanut butter tasted so good at school. And it's because to make it spreadable, they would mix it up and add honey to it. So it was honey peanut butter. That was just some things that I was thinking about after the sloppy joes, because you got sloppy joes once in a while. Taft. Started my elementary in third grade. I can't remember who the teacher was. I think Joe Banks became my best friend through Taft. I remember Joe used to do this weird thing with his eyes. He'd take his eyelids and flip them over. It looked so. I couldn't do it because I couldn't mess with my eyes, and it looked so funny. I remember I was just talking to a kid last night online. We were playing Fortnite. He's saying he's in sixth grade, and he's talking about playing football at school. And I said, well, I remember I was in fifth grade, in fifth or sixth grade. No, yeah, probably fifth or sixth grade, maybe fourth. I don't know what year it was. But in the fall, we play football. And I remember we were stopped playing football because Randy Ferguson, God rest his soul, he was running with the ball and got tackled and bit his tongue. And he bit the tip of his tongue, and all that was there, he bit it so hard that it was just hanging by a thread. And it was right there that it was decided no more football during recess. So then I think, I don't know, it was the spring before, or following spring, we were playing baseball. And we weren't playing baseball, we were playing knockout flies. Everybody was out catching balls. I was hitting. One kid, Rusty Wireman, didn't play with us. He just stood and watched. He'd pick up the ball and toss it to me to hit. And one time he went to grab a ball that was by I guess close to my feet. He grabbed it, and I swung the bat to threw the ball up and swung it to bat to hit it. And when I did my backswing, my bat hit Rusty's head, put a big, almost like it put a hole in his head about the size of the bat. But that didn't stop us playing that. TEF school, tiny little school. Was there 30 people in the whole town? And they had a school there. They had probably one of the oldest stores in the United States, I think. Bobac's, what was it called? Because it was Bobac's. It was a general store is what it was. You'd walk in, they had everything from hardware to groceries. But you'd walk in and there was a little soda shop counter with, I don't know, half a dozen stools there. In the back, they had a couple tables with chairs and checker tables. I remember after basketball practice, we'd usually me and Joe go down there and get a soda or something and fool around. We did one time. I don't know why people even fell for it. We were standing on the side of the road, him on one side, me on the other. And as a car came by, which, it was like every 5-10 minutes, we'd put our hands up like we were holding something. And most cars went through. One time a car stopped. Both looked at each other, took off running each of us a different way. I don't remember what happened, but for me to run, that wasn't very fast. I remember, God, I'm just rambling on about memories, but anyway, I remember that one Halloween, I don't know, we were probably 12, 13 years old in Wheatfield. And we actually we were at that age, we were probably 12, pre-teenagers, that Halloween was a little bit childish and we weren't doing the trick-or-treating. We were being mischievous and doing things we probably shouldn't have. And I remember we had picked a bunch of apples off a tree and walking down one alley there was. I think it was the only alley in town. And there was a truck going by and we threw apples. And when the apples hit the bed of the truck, it just made this god-awful noise with all the metal. And truck stopped and backed up. And we all took off running. And I think that was the fastest I ever ran in my life. I was ahead of everybody. Never ran like that again. I quit playing football because I couldn't keep up just running out for the game. It was funny. Enjoyed it all, though. I must say I grew up in a great area, had some great friends, and it was a good time to be a kid and a good place. I think about this time of the year used to be it was a Founders Day. Had big, huge vats of corn. That's what I remember. I don't remember anything else, just the corn. Everybody came to town. I mean, we lived 5 miles or so out of town, and that's just where I considered I was always from, with Wheatfield. That's where I spent my teenage life wandering around town one way or another. Anyway, I got a job interview today and a job interview tomorrow. I could be employed. Both of them work at home jobs. One of them's customer service. Well, they're both customer service, I think. One of them is dealing with the people with the bad airbags. So I don't know if you'd be replacing them, offer them replacements or what, but it's the work is for Ford because I was told because we're technically an employee of Ford then, that we'd get an employee Ford discount. So if you wanted to buy a Ford, you got dental, medical. They run these shifts from 8:30 in the morning until I think 8:30 at night, 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday. I've never had a Monday through Friday job. Well, I can't say that. I did when I was in Jacksonville, and my first job that I had was with Von Tobels in Rensselaer. But that wasn't Monday through Friday either because we worked Saturdays. But being in the restaurant the rest of my life, I never knew what a weekend was. Weekends were usually, for me, I was good enough to get a set schedule that they were happy with me working certain days. Sunday, Monday was my weekend. But anyway, what else? Oh, the job. I've been off on a year and a half now. I'd rather not go back to work, but if I want to do anything, I need a couple extra dollars to do that. So that's what it comes to. It is what it is. In my younger days, I'd have saved some money instead of spending it on things that I probably shouldn't have. Then, yeah, I'd be better off now, but I'm not. So it is. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Those of you in the golf course, I guess, Gulf Coast, Florida. I should say the Big Bend, not the Gulf Coast. You guys are getting hammered again by a storm. I didn't even look to see what it turned into. Or I heard that Grace is now turning into a hurricane, no longer a tropical storm. I think that one was headed out to the Gulf over to Texas. Governor DeSantis should be happy about that. Maybe I'll wash out some of that COVID over them people coming in from the border. Sarcasm. Anyway, I've been trying to work hard on this YouTube. I posted a great, no, I don't know, I shouldn't say great. I thought it was a good video on cooking video, how to cook bacon in the air fryer. I love the air fryer. If you guys don't have one, get one. Anything that you, and it's called an air fryer. It's got air fry, broil, bake. I don't know what else it's got on it. But anything you do with it, you turn it to air fry. So it heats up within 2 minutes. I've cooked about everything in it. I've even taken bacon. It cooks bacon really well. It crisps it up different than cooking it anywhere else. I'm always coming up with bright ideas on cooking things. And so anyway, I cook bacon, and there's a little insert that's in it. You lift it up. The grease is on the bottom. Nothing better than egg fried in bacon grease. So I left the grease in there, put a couple eggs, and threw it back in. It actually came out pretty good. The yolks got a little harder than what I like, but it wasn't bad. You can cook fried potatoes in there. I cut them up in cubes. Spray just a little oil on it. I don't imagine you spray more than a teaspoon. Salt and pepper. Throw them in there set it at 400 degrees. Throw them in. About 3/4 of the way through, it gives you a signal to turn your food over. Well, I do it like every 2 to 3 minutes. Just take it out, shake it around. Potatoes come out pretty good. Not quite as brown as what you would do in the pan, but also not burnt. I've cooked chicken in there, chicken wings, steak, fish, asparagus. What else? I've done cupcakes in there. Which cupcakes in your normal oven usually takes about 15 minutes. It took about 6 minutes, I think, in the oven. I lost my mind for a minute, didn't know what I was talking about. But it takes in your regular oven about 15 minutes for cupcakes. Plus you're heating up this big oven to 365 degrees. Whether you use gas or electricity, gets to be expensive. Heating the oven up for something you just cook for a few minutes. That's one of the biggest reasons I like the air fryer. I haven't found anything I haven't cooked on it, but it's a matter of getting your timing down on how long things take. So you just got to experiment. Sometimes you burn, sometimes you undercook. The good thing about undercooking, you can always cook it again or cook it a little bit more. It's like when I was in the restaurant, people ordering a medium or medium well steak, and guys asking, check this, do you think it's done? My point was, I'd rather it go out a little on the rare side and we can cook it more than overcooking it and them complaining that it was overcooked. Oh, the other thing about lunch, when we went to our freshman year of high school, we got to go to a brand new school, Kankakee Valley. It was a consolidation between Wheatfield and the neighboring town, which was about 10 miles away, DeMont. And they tried to get it as close as possible. I think they did a pretty good job of putting the high school in between the two towns. But the one thing I remember, God, everything seems to revolve around food. Funny, isn't it? But that was probably the neatest thing about the new high school is the huge cafeteria. And they had an a la carte line. And you didn't have to go through that school lunch line. If you had money, you can go through and buy burgers, fries, hot dogs. I don't remember what else they had. But the big day at the cafeteria was the day they did the Hamburger Bun Pizzas. And it was just a hamburger bun, top or bottom. They put a little bit of tomato sauce on. I think they put burger on it. I don't remember. And then a slice of American cheese, throw it in the oven. Came out crispy. And I think you could buy 2 more for $1 at that time. That's another one of those memories that of the food part of my school days. I think I'm going to do video on the 60s school lunches. So any comments, things you guys remember that I went to school with, or you're that age? Those of us who went to grade school in the 60s are coming to retirement now, or should be. And so if you got any thoughts on what you remember about that, hit it, put it on the comments, please. Oh yeah, before I forget, I never remember till I'm almost done. Don't forget to hit the subscribe key. Those of you that have subscribed, I thank you. Yesterday I had Jim Hodgson from Cleveland subscribe to my channel. Jim, quite a few years back, moved down from Cleveland to Melbourne, and he was working at Red Lobster there, and he transferred to our Red Lobster. Jim's quite a character. Hope you're doing well, Jim. Well, I think we're going to end this for today. I got to go get ready for my interview. Wish me luck. Once again, subscribe. And I wish I could get the habit of looking at the camera instead of at the screen, because my eyes are closed all the time. And so take care, everybody. Have a great day. And what's today? Tuesday. I'll be back tomorrow morning, Wednesday. And I think I'm going to do a live stream on Wednesday night. It'll be 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central, 5 o'clock Pacific. I think today I'm going to work on a video on school lunches, but I need your comments. Let me know what you thought, what you remember, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.